is coming out on the field, as you can see. Marc Ganzi, the umpire, already in situ, and I'm delighted this morning to have sitting alongside me the one and only Cale Newman, polo manager at Grand Champions Polo Club. Good morning, Cale. How are you doing?
Good morning, Jan. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me on the broadcast. Looking forward to these two matches today.
Well, great to have you with us, Cale. Now then, of course, you know these players very well, and you're, of course, instrumental in getting all the tournament scheduled for this season. We saw that Newport and Sebucan, of course, both playing in the first round of this tournament, the Spring Challenge Cup. Now, Newport coming out this morning in the white shirts. They can see, well, they had not the best of days. They had a good game, but lost to Seminole Casino Coconut Creek, who, of course, will be in the final. Sebucan also with a very narrow loss there against Catamount. They now playing, of course, for third and fourth place. So Seminole Casino Coconut Creek will be in the final, as I said, at around about 11:30, and they'll be up against Catamount. But let's go back to this now, Cale. Any insider predictions you might have on who might win this third and fourth place?
You know, I think this is going to be a fast-paced game. Two very good teams, evenly matched. So I think we're going to see a pretty even match. I at least hope so. That's what we always love to see, especially on a Sunday.
No, I think you're very right. We've got some very big names out there. Well, let's just run you through the players out there. So, as I said, in the white shirts, Newport leading the way. They're leading his team. Gene Goldstien, the one goaler at number one. Then we've got Sugar Erskine, easy to identify him. He's the man with the Mohican, but he's playing the number 3. Indeed, I just spotted that. So, Sugar Erskine today playing the number 3, so he's going to be in a very strong, very important position. Then we've got Pablo Spinacci at 4, and we've got Justin Daniels, I believe, at number 2. That is Newport. Over for Sebucan, they're playing in the red shirts. We've got Leo Mandelbaum at number 1, playing a very solid game on Friday. Pablo Pulido, if I'm not mistaken, should be wearing the number 2. Yes, he is. Tomas, a.k.a. Tomacho Perez, alongside Nacho Figueres, number 3 and 4, both coming in off 6 goals. Your umpire, of course, Mr. Mark Holmes. And Cale, bit of a sad day because this is the last day. We're very sad to see Mark go. He's going to be back over the big pond, going back to England tomorrow.
That is correct. So we'll get a good look at him here today and look forward to seeing him return.
Absolutely. Here we go then. Ball's thrown into play, and it's the Reds straight away with the first touch, taken out by Pablo Pulido.
Pulido sends a shot over here to the center of the field, picked up here by his number 4. That is Nacho Figueres. Figueres sends a pass up here, looking for Leo Mandelbaum, unable to find him now. It's going to be Justin Daniels with the number 2 on his back for Newport. Justin working his way out of this little pack of players here. Justin keeping cool, calm, and collected, working his way down, drops it back behind here, leaves it behind for Sugar, who crushes the ball up the field looking for Gene Goldstien. Goldstien in the perfect position to receive that pass, and look at that. What a beautiful goal there by Gene Goldstien. Getting the first goal from the field. We did start with one on handicap.
Absolutely. Great to see that very quickly here. The team in the white shirts, Sebucan, a nice little combination player, and Gene Goldstien. Of course, as you know, Kayla, I think he's one of the strongest one-goal players out there. Very, very solid. Likes to get right into it. And no surprise there to see him get the first goal of this match.
Yeah, so back here at center field for Bolin on the official. Ball puts back on the ground. Coming out of there with it is the number 4. That is Pablo Spinacci. Spinacci winds up, crushes a pass down the field. No one quite there to receive it, although Sugar Erskine coming down the line, gets a hold of the ball, but not quite the position he wants to be in here. Deep angled shot here over towards the goal mouth. Can they get a hold of that ball? They get a hold of it momentarily here. It's still on the playing field. Nice play there. Nice defensive play. And now this is going to be Leo.
Sebucan on the move, gets it over the halfway line. Oh, he did well. He was coming for a ride-off, but he did well to console that. Again, left behind, dead ball pickup. Oh, and coming down the line there, Sugar Erskine firmly established on the line. Leo Mandelbaum caught being a little bit offside, if you will. So, of course, very, very important rule. You cannot cross that line. Player coming down on the line, in this case, Sugar Erskine. So a good call. The first whistle of this game, 4:41. Good afternoon, Wellington, Florida.
And quickly, that ball is put back into play here. Penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction. Pablo Spinacci crushes a pass downfield, looking for one of his teammates, looking for a white shirt out there, but it's going to be picked up here by the number 4 for Sebucan. That is Nacho Figueres. Nacho, a little bit of a standstill here. Tries to get that ball out of the pack. Sends it up. Not quite what he wanted to do with that. It's going to be Gene Goldstien. Pick it up. Bad luck. Can't quite keep it with him. Now Shugs from the back of the pack. Sugar Erskine sends a shot along the ground, but it's going to be stopped there, and we do have another whistle from the official.
Yeah, indeed. It was a shame that if we go back to that play just a few moments earlier, that pass that came in from Sugar Erskine, he was looking for Gene Goldstein. He nearly got a piece of it, got a little bit unlucky there. Now, I forgot to introduce, of course, as always up here, we've got head umpire, chief umpire, Mr. Steve Lane. Good morning, Steve. Now, I'm just going to see if he nods in agreement with me, but that to me looked like we had a right-of-way infringement right in front of goal. Yeah, he's nodding his head, and of course that happened deep down the field. So as a result of that infringement, the team in the white shirts, Newport, will get a penalty 3. For those of you who are new to the penalty systems, of course, the penalty 3 is 40 yards, an open goal, undefended, and looking for his second goal of the first chucker here, Gene Goldstein.
Goldstein with the shot here. Very nicely done. Sends it along the ground. Puts it right between the uprights. And just like that, Newport with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, very interesting to see here. On paper, the team that is slightly weaker on handicap. Remember, Newport coming in with 15 goals as a team handicap. Sebucan 16, so they were given a goal from the outset. And Gene Goldstein, Double G, not making any mistakes, not wasting any time, getting 2 quick goals now at both ends of the field. 1 out of play, as you said, Kale, and now 1 from a penalty. Back to the action we go, and it's a snapshot coming from Pablo Spinacci.
Spinacci up the field here, trying to find one of his teammates. No one quite there to receive that ball. It's going to be Nacho Figueres here. Gets a hold of it, turns it back, facing the right direction. Nacho. He's got players in motion downfield. He's unmarked so far. He's going to send a short little pass, trying to get a hold of one of his teammates here. That is Piedes Tomacho. And now, back in on the action with a beautiful shot down towards the goal. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Will it go? Almost made it all the way. And we do have a whistle down there, stopping the action here with exactly 3 minutes. Let's see what that whistle was for.
Yeah, well, it looked to me like it was a reaching foul on that play. Once again, just looking for a little nod there from Mr. Lane. Yes, he's agreeing with me. And it would have been nice if it had worked, and I like the way that Mandelbaum getting right into it as well. But, of course, a foul is a foul, so a hit from the spot will be given in favor of Sebucan.
Sebucan brings the ball back into play here. Pablo Spinacci. Spinacci sends it up here looking for Sugar. Sugar got just a little touch on it. Now Gene getting a touch as well. A couple players making some attempts on the ball. Tomacho. Or no, that was Leo Mandelbaum, rather. Leo with the pass over here to his number 4, Nacho Figueres. Figueres trying to keep control, but Justin Daniels moves him off that line. And now coming up with the ball. They're dragging it all the way across the field into the sideboards over there. And Shugs makes an attempt, but the whistle sounds once again.
Yeah, another foul there. The clock saying 2:24 on the clock, and I believe 1 or 2 of the players are going to go for a quick courtesy change. And Mark Holmes, of course, so far doing a very good job containing the players. Now, there might be a little bit of just sizing up the opposition here. We've had, so far during this tournament, we've had very, very little in the form of unfair play, which again is a reflection of how, of course, how stringent the rules are upheld here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And let's also just have a little quick talk about the amazing condition of these fields. Now, the conditions not only today literally perfect, we've had a real drop in temperatures, and I was talking to Dale Schwetz, of course, who is sitting along. He's actually sitting next to me here this morning as well, and I have never actually been in Wellington or Florida so late in the season or right at the end of the season. And from what I understand, this is what you call the rainy season. So
this is the rainy season, although we've gotten fairly lucky so far. I don't want to jinx this. I'm going to find some wood to knock on here in a minute. But no, the temperatures have been amazing. And we've been playing early mornings and late afternoons, and makes for some really great polo playing and viewing experience.
No, it has indeed, and I want to come back to you in a moment, Kel, because for those of you at home watching and listening, of course, guess what? We've got the man sitting next to me, Kel Newman, is actually going to be on a pony. We'll come back to that. Maybe we'll talk about that in the halftime break. Now let's go after that whistle was blown, a quick pony change. Ball is back in play. Here we go then.
That ball put back on the ground here. Couple players fighting for possession. Looks like It's going to be Newport to come away with it. I believe that is Justin Daniels. Now it's going to be sent across the field here, picked up. Once again, bad luck, not what he wanted to do. Justin unable to keep control of that ball. Now, coming in is going to be the number 3 for Sebucan. That is Camacho Piedes. Piedes with a shot over here, looking to send a pass to Pablo Pulido. Can he get there? No, that's going to be Nacho Figueres. Picks up the broken play momentarily here, sends it down, and look at that. Sebucan finds the score sheet and the scoreboard. So now the score is 3-1.
Yeah, that was a nice little play there. Really, really nice combination play from Sebucan. Pablo was keen to get that ball. There was a bit of a one-stop to get it to him, but then, as you could see, he sent that, I think, all the way over. That's Lake Worth Road over there. So a big, big shot in front of goal. And I think he needed to get that out of his system. So a good, solid first goal from Pablo Pulido, player in red number 2. Let's look at the clock. 1:15 left on the play. Left to play in Chucker number 1. Ball is back in play. And Sebucan winning that throw-in. Tomacho Pierres trying to control the ball after the throw-in, but it's going to be picked up, I was going to say, by Spinacci, but it's not Spinacci. It is, of course, the man with the number 2, Sugar. I beg your pardon. Justin Daniels can't control it. Pulido clearly wanting more. Pulido now up against Sugar Erskine.
Shugs gets a hold of that line and gets a hold of that ball before Pulido could get there. Sends it over to the sideboards. Now it's going to be Pablo Pulido to get there first. Nicely done here by the Sebucan team. Picking up the ball, sends it down. Trying to get this one all the way down, but there's some white shirts there. Going to stop that goal and send it over here to the boards. Now it's going to be Shugs. The 30-second horn has gone. Sugar, not the shot he was looking for. It's going to be Tomacho now. Tomacho Piedes picks it up. About 20 seconds left to play here. Can they get another point on the board? Tomacho Piedes. Ooh, bad luck. That one's going to get kicked by the pony. Not what he wanted to have happen. And now Sugar jumping in on the line. Bad luck. Can't quite keep it with him. Now it's going to be Pulido once again. Pablo Pulido. Just a handful of seconds here. Not enough time. They run out of time there. The double horn goes. So that's all she wrote, folks, for Chucker number 1. Score stands 3-1 with Newport on top. We're going to take a short break here, let these players hop on a fresh mount, and we'll be back with Chucker number 2 after a short break.
An active lifestyle means you never stop moving. That's why only Theragun devices are designed to release your body's deepest muscle tension, so you can do the things you love. Land that pose, hit that final rep, taste success, and do it all over again. You only have one body. Make it a TheraBody.
Welcome back, everybody, and a very good morning to you if you have just tuned in. I hope you're having a nice Sunday morning. Conditions out here, Grand Champions Polo Club, absolutely perfect for the players and, of course, for the four-legged athlete. You are just in time to get the start of Chucker number 2 of the Spring Challenge Cup, just for the fun of it. Newport in the white shirts against Sebucan in the red shirts. Gene Goldstien hitting the target twice there in that first Chucker, and Pablo Pulido also with a solid goal with a couple of yards out of goal, also picking up the first goal for Sebucan. So as Cale was saying here earlier on, as we were talking about, this is going to be a very fast and open game here this morning, and very early to call who might have the upper hand as they come back. Play, of course, will recommence at the point where that last Chucker ended. 3-1 as they come back out on the field. Here we go.
Teams are assembled here on umpire Mark Holmes. Going to start this match off with a bowling from the center to the boards. We played all the way down to the double horn to end chukker number 1, so this is where we will resume the action from. Ball hits the ground, goes all the way through the pack of players. Coming up with the ball, that looks like it's going to be Tamacho. Bad luck, not the shot he was looking for. He saw the opportunity, though. Ooh, almost. That one got kicked by a pony and almost made it through the goal, but it's going to be saved. Now, coming back up with the play is going to be Pulido. Pablo Pulido. Ooh, man, bad luck. That one's going to skirt just wide of that left goalpost.
Well, power play here early on here. Of course, they wanted to capitalize on the fact that they were so far in Newport territory. So very unlucky there by Pablo Pulido, looking for a second goal. But I tell you what, Cale, you can really feel how this young man here, Sugar Erskine, is dying to run the ball. He had a couple of opportunities a little bit earlier, then ran out of time. Sugar Erskine will send that one out to the left-hand side to feed Justin Daniels.
Daniels capitalizes on that little mishap there, trying to get a hold of it. Nacho Figueres tried to get a hold of that ball, but now Nacho able to get a hold of it on the sideboards here. He's got Sugar Erskine in front, waits for the man to clear, and sends a pass downfield. He's got Pulido here. Pulido trying to get a hold of the ball, and the whistle sounds, stopping the action with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to play.
Yeah, a bit of a slow whistle on that one. Gene Goldstien, unfortunately, he did not mean to be in that position, and I thought he might have just gotten away with it. He did try and clear the line, but of course, umpire Mark Holmes has to look at the angle of where that play happened, and of course, what the potential danger was. So again, a right call. Could have been a bit lenient, but playing by the rules, a good call by Mark Holmes, and that will result in a penalty 3 in favor of the red shirts, Sebucan. Let's see if they can get one back. They trail by 2, 3-1 with 5:18 on the clock.
Nacho Figueres here, teeing up the ball, getting this one set up just the way he likes it here. Ready for the approach now. As Jan mentioned, this is a penalty number 3. All right, and it looks like it's going to be Pablo to take the shot. Pulido winds up, sends it along the ground, and puts it right on the board here. So 3-2 now the score, with Pablo Pulido getting his second goal on the afternoon, or on the morning rather, his first from the penalty stripe.
And I'm sure he'll be happy with that. So far, just 2 gentlemen out there, Goldstien and Pulido, the only 2 gentlemen to have scored as they come back to the center. 5:01 on the clock. We're still in chukker number 2. Still very much anyone's game. I got to tell you, Cal, I am waiting for both Nacho Figueres and Sugar Erskine to run the ball from coast to coast.
Yep, here we have Spinacci. Spinacci with the ball. Pablo trying to keep control here. Shoots it out into the center of a pack of players, and it's going to be picked off and sent back by Sebucan. First one to read that, though, is going to be Sugar Erskine. Shug sends it up the field here with a powerful shot. No one quite there to receive it, though. So it's going to be, once again, picked off by Sebucan. Now, along the sideboards, working their way down the field. That is Leo Mandelbaum over there with a shot up the field for, I believe that is Tamacho. Or no, that's Pulido up in front. Now, trying to keep control here. That one gets sent up in the air. Can they get back to it? No, not this time. He's going to run out of real estate. So we're going to have a knock-in to be taken on the south end of the field.
Very unlucky there. Very, very close. Just putting it out to the right-hand side. And that means, of course, the team in white, Newport, once again will have possession and a knock-in from their own back line.
With a powerful shot down at field here, trying to get a hold of someone. Not that man, though. That's Nacho Figueres. Nacho sends a shot over, and player riding down the line. Let's see what the umpires say. Clock is stopped. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to go here at chukker number 2. All right, so as we mentioned, we're sitting up here. We're joined up here in the announcer stand by Dale Schwetz and Steve Lane, 2 very knowledgeable gentlemen on the rules. And we are also radioed up to Mark Holmes down there on the field. And after a quick discussion, there is no foul declared on the play. So we're going to have a bowling.
Absolutely, yeah. A little bit overzealous there maybe from the umpire. So good call by our third man. Great to always have Steve Lane up here, of course, to verify the role as chief umpire. Of course, Steve Lane, a man with a lot of experience. And that's a nice pickup here from Pablo Pulido. Again, you can see he's really very keen this morning. I think he had an extra portion of oats for breakfast because he is definitely on fire. Just putting that one out to the left-hand side. But you can see he is hungry and looking for goal number 3.
Yeah, I love to see players like Pablo Pulido making those longer shots. In this kind of polo here in May, it's a little bit more laid back, and it builds up the confidence, and that's something that I really like to see in this type of play. So back to the action now. Coming up with the ball, that's going to be Pablo Spinacci. Spinacci gets the ball turned back, facing the right direction. Spinacci working his way down the field. Over center field now. He's got Leo Mandelbaum coming in to apply some pressure. Spinacci, though, unfazed, sends a big shot downfield. We've got Gene Goldstien trying to get to that line, unable to do so as Nacho Figueres maintains that line and picks up the ball, saves it from going over the end line. Deep into the corner now. Nacho Figueres still with possession. Ooh, a little pump fake there. Not quite what he wanted to do. He ends up leaving that one behind, but he's all by himself, able to recover. Now, Nacho keeping a close watch on the players up ahead. He is going to release a big one downfield, trying to get a hold of one of his teammates here, but look at that. Justin Daniels gets a hold of that one, sends it back to the sideboards, where Nacho picks it up once again. Nacho, his shot down the sideboards now. Coming up with it this time, I believe that is going to be Spinacci. Coming up with the ball. Trying to dig it off the sideboards there. Little bit of trouble trying to get this one off. Now he gets a hold of that ball, brings it off the sideboards into center field territory now. Coming up with it, that's Leo Mandelbaum. Rattles Spinacci's teeth momentarily there, but look at this, coming up with the ball, sends it deep down the field. Only man there is going to be Nacho Figueres. Figueres picks it up, gets it turned back facing the right direction now. He's got players in motion downfield. What's he going to do? He's going to keep it to himself momentarily. Gene Goldstien here, keeping a close watch on him. Ooh, not the shot he was looking for. Nacho Figueres able to recover. He's got players downfield still. What's he going to do? He's going to unleash a big one down. Has the distance, not quite the right angle. Bad luck on that one. We're going to have another knock-in.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there for Nacho. Nacho was trying to control that ball. Ball did not quite do what he was wanting to. Then I think he wanted to just put an end to that play and just send a long ball over everybody. And very unlucky in not hitting the target there. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. 54 seconds. One play, I believe, Pablo Pulido just going off to the pony lines. So the game is certainly picking up on momentum here. And still in chukker number 2, no score. Beg your pardon, the second, there was a score, of course, and that was Pablo Pulido. He scored. He's the only man to have scored in this chukker. It was 2 goals to 1, or 3 goals to 1 if you include that goal given on handicap at the end of chukker number 1. So just 1 goal so far, and an important goal. And Sebucan, of course, ideally, if they can, would like to get another cheeky goal before they go into chukker number 3, making it even Stevens. So 2 goals to 3, all to play for. And I believe Leo Mandelbaum, that's the other player as well, coming back on a fresh set of legs. Justin Daniels also coming back out on the field. So with 54 seconds left to play, let's see if the team in white, Newport, can run this one coast to coast. Play is called. The action continues.
Ball brought back into play here on the south end line. Yeah. With the pass over here to Sugar Erskine. Sugar with the Mohawk. Looking downfield, checking his surroundings. He's surrounded now, or covered now, I should say. Sends a short pass over here looking for Gene Goldstien. Goldstien picks up the play. Working his way down the field, over center field now. He's got Nacho Figueres in front, but Justin Daniels behind. Ooh, bad luck. Justin unable to make contact with that ball. Now Leo Mandelbaum gets a hold of it and sends it off the sideboard, setting up his number 4. That is Nacho. Ooh, bad luck. Tried to get it out of the air. Got a slight touch on it now. Spinacci. Now Figueres once again. Figueres. Just about 10 seconds remaining here. Up ahead here. Bad luck. Can they get it done? There was a whistle. I heard a whistle before the horn. So that's going to end chukker number 2. And We will deal with the result of that whistle at the beginning of our next chukker. We're going to take a short break here, allow these players to hop on a fresh mount, and we will return with the action after this.
Welcome back. Once again, a very good morning. Great to have you with us here on Chukker TV. We are coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 1, just for the fun of it, part and parcel of the Spring Challenge Cup 2021. We've had a great May of polo here so far. We had a, riding into the swing or into the play call at the end of that last chukker. As Kel was saying, we'd come back to you and let you know what happened right at the end of chukker number 2. No score for Newport in that second chukker. Only a single goal coming from Pablo Spinacci, which is how they left the field 3-2. So chukker number 3 now is going to start with a penalty 2, an open goal in favour of the team in red, Sebucan. Well, we're just still waiting to see which player is going to step up to the plate. I've got a feeling it could be Pablo Spinacci. But the umpire seeming to see that he's seen something. There may be a tack issue. I don't know if it's Leo Mandelbaum's pony. If there is an issue with the tack, well, he's now called play, and it's going to be said Leo Mandelbaum is going to step up to the plate and try and get the equalizer for Sebucan.
All right, Leo with the approach here. And Leo Mandelbaum sends this one along the ground and right on in. So nicely done there by Leo, getting his first goal on the score sheet today with the penalty number 2 conversion. Yeah,
he'll be happy with that. He's been very active in the first 2 chukkers here. So a great way to start chukker number 3. We have the equalizer. 3 threes on the clock. We're in chukker number 3. It's still plenty of time to play as the players come back to the center line for a throw-in.
Back here at center field, teams assemble on the center stripe. Umpire Mark Holmes puts that one back on the ground. It comes off of a pony leg, and it's out in front here trying to get a hold of it. Now Sugar Erskine got a hold of that ball. Nicely done there by Sugar. Sugar over here to Goldstien. Gene working his way down the field all by himself out there. The only white shirt out in front of the pack here. Gene Goldstien got a hold of the ball, but it got a little tangled up in his mallet. Not what he wanted to have happen, but it's going to be saved from going over the end line. And now it's going to be picked up. A whole bunch of players running down the field, flat out running downfield here. We have Tomacho Piedes sends it down out in front here, trying to get another point on the board. Can't quite get back to that ball, though, as Sugar rides him wide and sends a back shot. Now, picking up the play is going to be Nacho. Thought about it, unable to make contact, though. Now, coming up with the play for Newport. Ooh, no, that's going to be Tamacho now. Tamacho, his pass picked off here by Nacho. Figueres trying to get control, unable to do so. That one's going to be kicked by Pony. Once again, dangerously close to that goal now. And here we go. Another point on the board. So, Sebucan taking the lead here for the first time today.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that now. Just one player still to score for Sebucan. Nacho Figueres is the only man to score yet for Sebucan. So Pablo Pulido with 2 scores to his name, Leo Mandelbaum. So all of a sudden, Sebucan showing that slight advantage. Remember, they're coming in on 16 goals. Newport having had a very good start in chukker number 1. Didn't see much in chukker number 2. And all at the moment, it's all the Reds. Once again, Leo Mandelbaum will pick this one up. Try to send that one into another zip code, as it's taken off him there by Goldstien. Goldstien couldn't clear it far enough. Leo takes a shot to goal. Where's that going to go? Ever so slightly wide. And yes, Dale, you're right. That is what we call a Remington.
Oh, man, what a beautiful shot, though. There by Leo Mandelbaum, just off angle a little bit, but like I said, I loved to see these guys taking these shots from a distance. So back in the action here, Spinacci brought this one back into play. Oh no, that one's going to be stolen here. Broken play, picked off here by Sebucan, working their way down here, trying to get a point on the board. Look at that, nicely done. That was Pablo Pulido to get another point next to his name. And look at that, Jan. 3 out of the 4 players have scored in this chukker for Sebucan.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you could feel what I'm feeling, but you could really feel from that very first chukker, Pablo Pulido clearly with a mission here this morning. Very, very strong, very, very powerful. And no surprise to see him score his 3rd of the game. 3:02 on the clock. 2 goals at the moment in the lead. A nice little cushion. They were down by 2. They're now up by 2. And I would say 2/3 of the players all going for a courtesy pony change quickly. And, of course, that is something which we allow here. And I think it's a great rule at Grand Champions. Something which I would like to see be implemented all over the world, quite frankly. Dan and I were talking a lot about this, and also how the benefits of this courtesy change has definitely reduced the injury percentage to the 4-legged athlete. Of course, that is very important. So, and of course, only 45 seconds allowed, and that is something which was implemented here and very quickly taken on board by the players. And as you can see, they don't waste any time coming straight back. And of course, once you have a momentum going and a flow, especially like now with Sebucan, you don't want to waste too much time getting on another pony. You want to get on that pony, get straight back into the game, and keep that momentum going.
Yes, Jan, we've gotten a lot of really good feedback from the players, especially in the high goal this year. They really enjoyed using the courtesy change. In fact, we only had it implemented for the first high goal tournament, and the teams requested that we kept it going throughout the high goal season, and I think it's doing a great job for the level of play that we have here. Back to the action, though. Gene Goldstien out of the bowl-in here on a fast pony, working his way down. Gene, can he get back to that one? Not this time. It's going to be taken out of there by Sebucan. Now, this ball dragged over here to the sideboards. Now coming in is going to be Justin Daniels and Pablo Spinacci. Spinacci gets a hold of that ball, sends Justin downfield. Spinacci, ooh, bad luck. That one comes off the heel of his mallet just a little bit. Not what he wanted to do. And it's going to be picked off here by Nacho Figueres. Figueres sends it over to the sideboards now once again, where he has Pulido. Pablo. Pulido along the sideboards here. Now a powerful shot here by Pulido. Sends it up the field here, trying to find Leo Mandelbaum. But nice play there by Goldstien. Gene Goldstien keeping Mandelbaum away from that ball. Now, Justin drags it forward, now slaps it back here for Sugar Erskine. Shug sends it down the field here. He's got Gene Goldstien on the move. Gene, not quite what he wanted to do. Came off at a funny angle now. Spinacci coming down. Not the angle he wanted either, but that one's going to go down and over the back line, well wide of the goal. So we're going to have another knock-in here on the south end of the field.
I got to say, Kale, I do like the way you're saying Spinacci. It's very, you got that Italian twist going on there. Absolutely, Spinacci. Now, of course, Pablo Spinacci, a very, very solid 6-goaler. He's a little bit unlucky there. He wanted to send that one to the goalpost. He didn't open up his wrist far enough to put a cut shot on it. But throughout this tournament, we've seen Pablo getting very, very strong, playing a very solid game here. So Sebucan now, the team in red, have possession once again, and it'll be Nacho Figueres to get things underway.
So, ball brought back into play here by Nacho Figueres. Figueres sends it downfield here. We got Leo, and bad luck. That one's going to take a ride over the sideboards, out of play. So, we're going to have a change of possession here. Possession will go to Newport. Spinacci here picks up the ball, sends it down. Trying to find one of his teammates here. Sugar got a slight touch on it. Not what he wanted to have happen, though. Now it's going to be Nacho Figueres to send it deep into the corner. And picked off here by Tomacho. Figueres sends the ball down, and it's going to be picked off once again by Newport. Justin Daniels now. Daniels, not what he wanted to have happen, but it's going to be picked off here. Broken play. Saved there by Sugar, but comes off of a pony. Bad luck. A little bit of a melee down here. There's a 30-second warning horn. Less than 30 to play out here in Shucker number 3. Still kind of at a standstill down there near the southern goal. What's going to happen? Sugar Erskine with possession here. Gets out of the pack. Tries to wait for the player to clear. Takes a shot, but it's going to go wide. Bad luck there. But that's all she wrote, folks, for Chucker number 3 and the first half. Score stands 5-3 in favor of Sebucan. We're going to take a short break here for halftime, and we will return with the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. Very good morning to you. And it is still morning, of course. You are just in time to catch the second half for just for the fun of it, the Spring Challenge Cup, of course. Remember, we've got the big final coming up right after this game, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Chance for maybe to get yourself a fresh cup of coffee on the go. Well, okay, let's look at the way they've played in that first half. Newport getting off to a very, very solid start. Gene Goldstien, as you may remember, scoring twice in chukker number one. Pablo Pulido, the only man to score in that first chukker. But it was all downhill for Newport in chukker 2 and 3 with a total of 4 unanswered goals. The first coming in chukker number 2, again, Pulido getting his second, and then his third in chukker number 3. Also, getting on the score sheet, as did Tomas, a.k.a. Tomacho Pierres. So, not quite sure what's been happening there. I don't think the scoreline actually reflects how strong Newport have been playing, that they just haven't been scoring goals, whereas Sebucan seem to be gelling a lot more, a lot stronger, especially in chukker number 3, where it was a 3 goals to nil in that chukker for Sebucan. So I hope very much that in that halftime break, Newport will have had a little team talk and adjusted their strategy, because they have a little bit of work to do, because if Sebucan keeps scoring the way they are at the moment, they, I'm sure, will run away with this one.
You know, you are absolutely correct, Jan. The score sheet and the scoreboard does not reflect how strong Newport has been playing defensively in this match. So here we go. Ball brought back into play. Nacho Figueres sends it into the playing field with a short pass over here looking for Tomacho Pierres. Tomacho gets a hold of the ball over here along the sideboards. Tomacho sends it up the field here. He's got Leo Mandelbaum and Pablo Pulido on the move, but first one there is going to be Sugar Erskine. Now Leo in the perfect place to receive that pass and intercept the ball. Leo Mandelbaum. Leo, can he get back to the ball? Not this time. They run out of real estate, and it's going to go wide to the left-hand side.
Yeah, very unlucky there. Sugar Erskine having all his hands full there to try and control and contain Leo Mandelbaum. Another one of those players, Kel, who seems to be getting stronger and stronger. His confidence levels building very, very much here. Very unlucky on that play as Newport get things underway with a knock, and then it's picked up by Gene Goldstien.
Goldstien picks up the pass from Spinacci. Now look at that. A beautiful pass here from Goldstien trying to find Justin. Unable to make contact with that ball. He was fighting for it, though. Now Goldstien. He's going to pick up the play once again here. Send it over to the sideboards. Who's going to come away with it? A bunch of players convene on that ball. And it's going to be sent out in front here by Nacho. Figueres with possession here. Having a little trouble with the ball. Leaves it behind for Tomacho. Tomacho, his pass off of a pony, and Tomacho picks it up once again, but the whistle sounds, stopping the action here with 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Let's see what the umpires decide to do with this one.
Well, from what I saw, Cal, it looked like it could either have been a right-of-way infringement or it was a turning on the ball. No, it was. I'm going to go with the right-of-way infringement. There was a player who wanted to get that ball back, but that right-of-way, clearly the call here for the umpire, Mark Holmes, to blow on that whistle. Now, of course, subject to where these fouls take place, the umpire can, of course, determine where to place the ball. And it looks to me like we're going to be seeing a penalty 3 even. Penalty 3, the consequences of that play. So now, this should be very interesting. You see the ball being dropped there. And Newport now have a very important chance to try and claw one back here with 4:57 left on the clock, chukker number 4. Mr. Lieber?
Let's see. So this ball placed there on the penalty stripe. A little bit of discussion out there. Who's going to take the shot? And we will get this penalty shot taken here in just a moment. As soon as the umpire calls play, there he goes. Calls play. Now Gene Goldstien with the attempt. Gene winds up, sends it down, has the distance. What's going to happen here? Oh, man. So, bad luck there. Not able to convert that one. So, Sebucan will get possession and bring it back into play. Nacho Figueres sends it over here looking for Pablo. Pulido got a little too much angle on that one, and it's going to be picked off now by Sugar Erskine. Sugar over center field now with the next shot across field. Look at him checking over his shoulder, looking downfield, seeing who is where and where he wants to go with this ball. Now, nicely done here with the perfect pass for Justin Daniels. Daniels sends it down further into the field, trying to find Gene Goldstien, but Nacho Figueres is there. And coming up with it is going to be Mandelbaum with a slight touch. Now, sent further down the field by Polito. Pablo Polito trying hard to get back on this ball. He does. Look at that, running neck and neck with Sugar Erskine. Shugs gets a hold of the ball, disrupts the play just a little bit, but coming down the line now is going to be Nacho Figueres. Ooh, man, bad luck here. A little miss hit, but he's able to recover. Nacho Figueres. Oh, man. Who moved that goalpost? That ball goes just inches wide of the right-hand post. So, another knock-in coming.
Yeah, that's one of those classics. Patience was the virtue here that was required. Nacho had a lot of space, but the work had been done. Pablo Polillo dragged the ball all the way down the field. Sugar Erskine once again having to come back and play a defensive the defensive position there. They ran over the ball. The next man on that line was Nacho Figueres, and he had plenty of time and space. And I was surprised that Nacho, with all the experience, did not manage to put that one through. Tried to correct it on the approach, just went ever so slightly wide. So as I say, that is where patience is required. But of course, when you're going flat out sometimes, I remember when I first started playing, you get overzealous, you get over keen. And they kept saying to me back in the day, fast horse, slow mind. But that is not always that easy, especially when you've got a pressure shot like that right in front of goal. So at the end of the day, we are, of course, only all human. Very unlucky there. Nacho Figueres just putting that one wide. Quick courtesy change. We're just shy of 3.5 minutes left to play in Chukka number 4. And as Kel was just saying, ball going over the back line. So once again, a knock-in for the team in white, and that'll be Newport.
Pablo Spinacci brings this one back into play off the north end line. Spinacci. Pablo sends it up the field here, trying to find one of his teammates, looking for Justin Daniels, but it's going to be Nacho Figueres to get a hold of it first. Send it back. Look at this. Sugar Erskine on a handy pony, spins around, gets a hold of the ball. Sugar to Daniels now. Justin. Haven't seen much of Justin yet. He's been playing some defense. Hasn't really had a chance to get on the ball. Sends a shot down the field here, and it's going to be intercepted once again by Nacho Figueres. Sends it up the field, trying to find one of his teammates. Almost gets a hold of Leo, but that's going to be Pablo Polito with possession here, trying to get back on it. Nicely done here by Pablo Polito. And Leo Mandelbaum with the final touch. Look at that. What a beautiful team effort on that goal. And the people in the stands are showing some love here for the Pablo Polito-Leo Mandelbaum combo.
Indeed, great play, and a superb finish there coming from Leo Mandelbaum. Well, as I said, and I had a fear this might be the case, Sebucan just picking up on that momentum, getting stronger and stronger, connecting very, very well. The combination, the passing, superb. And on that play, they took the time that they needed. Great goal, making it 6-3. They are starting to run away with it now with 2:17 left on the clock.
And now ball back in play here at center field. And look at this. Polito coming out of there with the ball. Once again, working on the near side here. Can he keep control? Not this time. It's going to be Leo now. Leo jumping in, picking up the play. Leo Mandelbaum unable to maintain possession. But look at that. Pablo Polito. God, these two are doing a fantastic job in Chukka number 4. And this one's going to be turned back and taken out of there by Newport. Coming up with the ball is going to be Spinacci. And with a shot downfield, here we have Gene Goldstien on a breakaway here. Gets a little help from the pony. Oh, bad luck. Unable to recover that broken play. And now, Pablo picks it up. Gets it turned back, facing the right direction now. Pauses just a second to look. That was Tamacho, rather. Tamacho. Now, Nacho unable to keep control over that ball. Now it's going to be Sugar Erskine. Sugar Erskine on a breakaway here on a beautiful pony, a fast pony at that, working his way down. Sugar, can he get it done? Saves it at the end and puts a point on the board. Newport getting their first goal on the board since Chukka number 1.
Yeah, that was a play that we were waiting to see Sugar take it, literally not quite all the way from coast to coast, but a great run there by the South African. You could hear him down here below. He was on the ball. He said, leave it, in his South African, nicely listening to dialect. He said, leave it, I've got this one. And off he went. He took it down the other side of the field and scored.
Oh, so we just got word that it was actually Justin Daniels that got the final touch on that one. So, but you cannot count Sugar out for that amazing effort to get it there. So, just over 30 seconds remaining here. Ball's put back on the ground. There's a 30-second warning horn. Ball over the sideboards and out of play. So that's all she wrote for Chucker number 4. An exciting Chucker number 4 at that. We'll be back after a short break with Chucker number 5.
To be able to come here and play a course such as this, it's a great experience. Probably the best tee gift I've ever received, so, and that's no lie. My wife actually gave me a pair for Christmas before I played in the tournament, so this will be my 3rd pair, so I'm looking forward to it.
Over the calf, 17 and a half. Outseam, 43 and a half.
We make a personal pattern for everybody, and that takes a lot of different points on a body to draft a pattern.
I have at least 7 or 8 pair. Great golf course, and get a pair of blue jeans out of the deal. It's freaking awesome.
The down for that is 17 and a quarter.
Was that about 32?
Yep, you nailed it.
Same thing you've been wearing since high school.
6 and a half.
No, that's fine.
Thanks so much for being here, and good luck today on the course. We will do a true shotgun start today, so good luck today, and y'all have a great time.
People aren't accustomed to getting a gift like custom pants at a golf tournament, but for clubs that do offer that to their members, it's been a success every time because it's so unique, it's so different, and it's an American-made product that's custom. You get measured for it, you get to design it and pick it. Who doesn't like that?
Getting a pair of jeans from Blue Dot is a great gift, something unique, something that they normally wouldn't get that they really appreciate.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we go then. Chucker number 5. And after a little bit of a drought there from Newport in Chucker 2 and 3, Justin Daniels, after that great play that we saw just a few moments ago, all coming in and initiated by Sugar Erskine, getting that very, very important goal here in Chucker number 4. We come back now. Chucker number 5, 2 goals in it. Sebucan, the team in red, still very much in the driving seat here. And that young man over on the far side, Pablo Pulido, clearly wanting to leave the field victorious at the end of the 6th and final Chucker. But there is still plenty of play, Apollo to come. We had a change of possession, taken quickly here by Pablo Spinacci.
Spinacci sends this one deep into the playing field and picked up there by Justin Daniels, and Justin gets another point on the board. Beautiful goal there by young Justin Daniels. And just like that, Newport is back within 1. So 2 quick goals here by the team in white. One at the end of Chucker number 4 and one to start things off here in Chucker number 5. Back to center field, switching directions, of course, as we do after every goal. Teams lined up here on the official, and umpire Mark Holmes puts that ball back on the ground. Coming away with it, that is going to be Tomacho. Now, Sugar. Erskine got a slight touch on it, setting up Justin Daniels here. Daniels on the gray pony. Justin sends it downfield. He's got Spinacci on the move. Deep into the corner here. Pablo Spinacci slows things down. Wants to get a hold of this ball. Spinacci still with possession here. Working hard here. He's got Leo Mandelbaum on his hip. Leo with the touch and the whistle sound, stopping the action here. 4 minutes, 54 seconds left to play. Whistle sounds, and we will see what the umpires decide to do with this one. I believe he needed to take it on the other side, so we are going to have a penalty shot here. Let's see what they decide to do and where they want to drop this ball.
Well, I've got to say, Kale, I mean, apart from, of course, now this particular situation overall, and that has been very much the common denominator here throughout the May season here. Very fair, very fast, and very sportsmanlike conduct here, Polo. And they're going to go for the hit from the spot. No mistake taken by the man with the number 2 on his shirt, Justin Daniels. He'll be delighted with that, getting his second goal third even, beg your pardon, his third goal even of this Just for the Fun of It Spring Challenge Cup.
Yeah, that is Justin's second goal of this chukker. He just scored down on the other end and looking to get this. He got this penalty 2 conversion done here. Now we do have a player off his pony, adjusting a piece of tack. Umpire gets to center field, blows the whistle, signaling for the clock to stop. We're stopped here now with 4 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in chukker number 5. Score all knotted up at 6 goals apiece. And we've got our player back in the saddle. So, Spinacci back in the saddle here, adjusted a piece of tack out there on the field. Sometimes, sometimes it's easier and quicker to just hop on a fresh pony. Other times, you can just put that piece of equipment back in place. That's what he elected to do this time around. Ball put back on the ground here. Coming away with the ball. Sugar Erskine making an attempt on it. What's going to happen? They're fighting for possession here. Sebucan trying to get a hold of it. Leo Mandelbaum in on the action as well. Now Nacho gets hooked out of the play there by Sugar. Nicely done. And the first one to get turned and pick up the ball is going to be Pablo Pulido. Pablo on the sideboards here. Tries to send a shot back, but it's going to get kicked forward by the pony. Pulido, bad luck. Unable to make contact with that ball. Now Sugar Erskine. Nicely done here by Shugs. Sends it across field out in front for Gene Goldstien. Goldstien, can he get it done? Unable to get a hold of that ball the way he wanted to, and now it's going to be picked off and stolen out of there by Tamacho. Tamacho Piedes sends it up the field, and it's going to drop right here in front for Nacho Figueres. What a beautiful shot here, but look at that. The battle of the number 4s. And he's going to get there. Look at that. Ooh, nice save there. Dangerously close to that goal mouth. And this ball still on the playing field, but now it's going to take a hop over the sideboards and out of play with just about 3 minutes remaining here in chukker number 5. We're going to have a change of possession.
Well, not only that, we've also got a real pace picking up here in this game. The pace absolutely quite incredible. They are playing this like it were, as if it were a big final, and great to see, especially that young man Gene Goldstien. He at the on the south end just a few moments ago, a little bit unlucky after he got that super pass from Sugar Erskine from the sideboards. So both of these players, Pablo Pulido and Gene Goldstien, playing a very, very solid game, very, very strong. And as you can see, 6 goals apiece, plenty of time. So it's nice that Newport, who had, like I said, a bit of a drought there in chukker 2 and 3, have come back very strong here in the, the 4th and now in the 5th chukker. Twice Justin Daniels hitting the target. So, Kale, is it too early to make a prediction yet with just shy of 3 minutes left to play in this chukker?
Like you just said, Newport, they had a bit of a drought in the 2nd and 3rd chukker, but, that was only reflected on the score sheet. I mentioned before, they were playing some serious defense. Yep. A lot of defensive plays during those 2 scoreless chukkers for them, and, you can't count them out. And like you said, they've kind of come back in the last 2 chukkers. Justin Daniels got a fire lit under him, and he's making some really smart plays, getting some goals scored. And here's the change of possession. Ball brought back into play. And look at that. A goal scored there by Nacho Figueres. Nacho getting goal number 2 on the afternoon. And breaks the tie. Takes his team to 7.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. He timed it just right. But just going back to what you were saying, you mentioned that Justin Daniels, and there was a bit of that commentator's curse. You mentioned his name. We hadn't seen too much of it. All of a sudden, he's right back in the game. And as you said, scoring those 2 goals. But what a strike just a few moments ago here from Nacho Figueres. Putting his team in the lead. Sebucan now in the lead by 7 goals to 6.
Back in action here at center field. They're fighting for possession. Sugar Erskine gets a hold of it. Sends a back shot out. No one there to receive it but Nacho Figueres. The man's hot. He just scored off that change of possession play. Nacho sends it across field here, setting up his number 3. That is to Macho. Ooh, bad luck. Can't quite reach that ball. Now Nacho in the cleanup position sends it deep down into the corner. Will it stay on the playing field? It might stay. And no, it's going to roll right over the end line, just barely out of play down there on the end line. And we're going to have a knock-in from deep into the corner here. And this ball brought back in by Pablo Spinacci. Spinacci being marked up here by Mandelbaum. Spinacci sends a pass up the field here. Not what he wanted to do. That's going to be picked off there by Nacho Figueres. Figueres. Now Sugar. Erskine picks it up once again here. And first one to read that is going to be Gene Goldstien. Goldstien trying to get a hold of it. Sends it over, trying to find Justin Daniels. Daniels can't quite reach back far enough to get it. But look at that. Spinacci can. Spinacci. Now Justin. Now the umpire's whistle sounds. Stopping the action here with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in Chucker number 5.
Yeah, good call once again by the umpire. Reaching on that play, of course. He really had no choice to make that call on that play. And as you're saying, just a little over a minute left to play. And it'll be taken very quickly here by Nacho Figueres. Now let's see if Nacho, who will try and drag that ball over the halfway line, sends another one of those rockets down the field over on the far side. Leo Mandelbaum will try and get a piece of this, but Sugar once again sends it back. He was hoping that he'd be met there by Pablo Spinacci. Goldstien also hovering around there. And again, Nacho Figueres. In comes another shot. Has a deflection in front of goal. Power play now here by Sebucan. Mandelbaum trying to get the ball on his stick side. Lot of traffic in front of goal. And Newport will run away with it.
Now, Newport, they lose the handle there. Now it's going to be Sugar. Ooh, look at that. Sugar capitalizing on the broken play once again here on the sideboards. Less than 30 seconds to play out here in Chucker number 5. Sugar, Erskine from the back of the pack. Taking his time, not quite marked up. He's going to crush a big one down. Ooh, bad luck comes off of a pony. And first one on it is going to be Nacho. Nacho and Sugar come together. Now a couple players coming in. Leo running interference there. Nice play there by Leo Mandelbaum, allowing Nacho to get there. But the double horn sounds. We are just going to run out of time. I don't believe those players heard the double horn. But nonetheless, that goal will not count. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. So we'll be back after a short break with our 6th and final Chucker of regulation time.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us here on Chucker TV. A very, very nice, tranquil, peaceful Sunday morning, except, of course, here on field number 1, where the action is taking place. Yes, and we've got DJ Dale Schwetz in the house playing the Thievery Corporation, a bit of a household name here. I'd like to give a shout-out to Rob Garza. Thank you very much. We've been very fortunate to have the Thievery Corporation right here at Grand Champions Polo Club. But now, let's go back to what promises to be a very exciting 6th and final chukker. Newport coming back very strong in that second half. And right at the end of that last chukker, Nacho Figueres putting his team in the lead by 1. So it's all to play for now. Chukker number 6. Play, of course, will resume where it ended at the chukker number 5. Kale, take it away.
All right. So, yeah, we played all the way down to the double horn to end chukker number 5. So chukker 6 will begin with the bowling from the center to the boards. And here we go. That ball's on the ground. Skirts all the way out the back of the pack here. Picked off by, I believe that was Tamacho that got a touch on it. Now it's going to be Leo Mandelbaum out in front of the pack. Leo, bad luck there. Couldn't quite get a hold of that ball. And now Sugar Erskine sends it back. First one on it, though, is going to be Tamacho Pierres. Tomas Pierres. They call him Tamacho. Tamacho with possession. Not quite being marked up yet. Now he's got a player kind of lingering around. Tamacho with a beautiful shot. Oh, my goodness. It hits off the goalpost. And that one's going to go in. And beautiful shot there by Tamacho Pierres. But Leo Mandelbaum getting the final touch and poking that one right on in. Nicely done there for the team in red. Sebucan now with a 2-goal lead.
Yes, and goal number 3 for Leo. I'm sure he'll be very happy with his performance. Now then, the question is, how will Newport answer with this? I'm sure Gene Goldstien, he'll be wanting to pick up that ball. It's going to come down to winning that possession of the throw-in, and it's going to be picked up by Sugar Erskine.
Sugar picks up the play out of the bowling here, sends it down the field, trying to find one of his teammates. Unable to find anyone. It's going to be Nacho Figueres here to pick it up. Nacho being watched closely there by Goldstien. Nacho trying to find Leo Mandelbaum, but Justin Daniels got a slight touch on it, and now it's going to be picked off by Sugar. Sugar Erskine with a shot downfield. Out in front here for Gene Goldstien, the number 1. For Newport, Gene Goldstien, what a beautiful shot. Oh, man, bad luck. It had the distance, not quite the angle, so that one's going to go off to the right-hand side.
Well, I told you, Cal, Gene will be wanting to do everything he can. A very, very strong player. Very unlucky there, and I like the fact that he's also taking the attempt on these long-distance shots here to goal. But Sebucan will have it, and it'll be tapped in by Nacho Figueres.
Nacho sends this one in, trying to follow up his own shot here. Ooh, bad luck. Unable to make contact with that ball. A little bit of a melee out there. Kind of a standstill. Bunch of players making attempts on the ball. Justin Daniels in there for Newport. Now it's going to be Spinacci. Pablo Spinacci. Spinach. Left it behind for Daniels. Justin Daniels. Nicely done there. Justin Daniels scores the first goal of chukker number 6 here and gets his team.
Yeah, nice goal there. Very nice goal once again by Justin Daniels. And as we were saying, Kale, he's been getting stronger and stronger. We didn't see too much of him in the first half, but that second half very much has got his handwriting on it. 4 goals in total now, and all coming in that second half. 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and now 1 also in the 6th and final chukker. So if we just isolate that 6th chukker, it's 1 goal apiece, but still 1 goal ahead after that goal coming in from Nacho Figueres in that previous chukker. 8-7 with 3:34 on the clock.
So we are taking advantage of scoring a goal here. We're back to center field and stopping the action for a courtesy change. See a couple players electing to utilize this courtesy change here. Our last courtesy change of this match. And, of course, it is just after 11 o'clock. As soon as this game is done, and once we get everything moved over, we will begin the next one, the finals of the Spring Challenge Cup, featuring Catamount with Scott Devon's triumphant return to the polo field after 6 years away. It was really great to see him take the field the other day and, of course, making it to the finals, taking on Melissa Ganzi. So there's going to be a whole bunch of Ganzis out there on the
There's
field.
going to absolutely. I was just going to say there's going to be a whole bunch of Ganzis. It's going to be mother against father and son. So we've got Melissa, Horacito Heguy, Alejandro N Astrada, and Juan Bollini. That is Seminole Casino Coconut Creek, and they're up against Catamount, as you said. Marc Ganzi with Grant Ganzi, the combination played very well together on Friday. And then you've got, of course, the one and only Mr. Nic Roldan and Scott Devon.
Very happy to see Scott's return to the polo field. More about that in a minute. We're back in action here at center field. Coming away with the ball. Ooh, little stumble step there, but everyone's all right. Coming up with the ball now is going to be Spinacci. Pablo Spinacci picks up that broken play. Sends it downfield. He's got Gene Goldstien out in front here. Gene, can he get to that ball? Gene Goldstien gets a hold of it. Bad luck, though. Kicked by a pony, and it's going to be left behind. No one quite able to grab a hold of it for Newport. It's going to be Nacho Figueres. Nacho. Now Leo Mandelbaum. Leo coming across and gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. 3 minutes exactly on the clock. Still only one goal separating these two teams. Let's see what the umpire decides.
Well, very clearly on that line, it was Sugar Erskine firmly established. And again, a good call by the umpire, of course. An absolute right of way and a line change, a very quick line change, which resulted into that foul, of course, the right of way violation. So again, a good call, and we will see a hit from the spot. Now, my friend Dale would call that a hundo, or near to a hundo. I would say that's a good 80 to 90 yards out, más o menos. And stepping up to the plate will be, as you like to call him, and I like that, Pablo Spinacci.
Pablo Spinacci with the approach here. And the windup. Spinacci winds up, sends that one down. Not the angle he was looking for, and that one's going to trickle across the end line. Wide of the goal to the right-hand side. So Sebucan dodging a bullet, maintaining their 1-goal lead here. Under 3 minutes left to play in regulation time. Nacho Figueres brings the ball back in. Nacho Figueres crushes a ball downfield over to the far sideboards, where he has a couple players working down. Not the shot they wanted to have happen. Mandelbaum unable to make contact. Now it's going to be Sugar to Gene Goldstien. Goldstien now. Gene Goldstien, what a beautiful shot. What a beautiful goal. Drops that one right between the posts. And the crowd goes wild. All tied up now. 8 goals apiece here. What a beautiful goal for Gene Goldstien, picking up his 3rd goal on the day.
And a very important goal at that. 2 number 8s on the scoreboard. He gets the equalizer, and that again was one of those goals that was a goal in waiting. And I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. He's had a few attempts at exactly a very similar kind of play. This worked out just perfectly for him. And I got to say, his execution absolutely second to none. Now it's going to come down to winning that possession, and it's picked up by Spinacci over on the far side.
Spinacci working his way down the sideboards here, trying to keep control, but Tomacho gets a hold of that one and sends it back momentarily. First one on it is going to be Daniels. Justin Daniels. Ooh, bad luck, but he's got Sugar Erskine in the cleanup position here. Shug sends it down. Can he get this one to the goal mouth? Not this time. It's going to go wide over the back line. Just about a minute remaining here. We're still all tied up at 8 goals apiece.
Sebucan will take that ball back into play. As you rightly said, Kale, just a minute left to play. And I'm pretty sure the next goal, if we have a next goal in the remaining time, will be the winning goal. Picked up on the deep in his own half here by Nacho Figueres.
Nacho Figueres taking his time, checking his surroundings. Wants to make sure that this run is going to be worth it. But look at that. Pablo Spinacci coming through, picking up the play here for Newport in a handy pony. Spinacci, he's got players working his way down the field. Gene Goldstien out in front. Spinacci still with possession, waits for the player to clear. Sends a shot down. Can Sugar get there? No. They're going to run some interference and keep Sugar away from that ball. We've got 15 seconds remaining here. And sends this one down here. coming up with the ball. Just a handful of seconds remaining here. There's the double horn. And we are still tied. We are discussing things with our mounted official here. We're going to see what we want to do and how we want to finish this one off. I believe we're going to go for a single-man shootout. We will let you know in just a moment here. So, Yan, let's talk about the next game while we get this one sorted.
Yes, indeed. Well, so we're just waiting there to see. Well, we had this here last weekend as well, where we had a shootout. Now, the players are shaking hands. We will, of course, come back to you once the committee decides exactly. We've got the chief umpire, Steve Lane, who is just waiting. He was just in conference with the umpire there to decide exactly what they're going to do. I think the shootout is the call. And yes, indeed, Kale, we've got a very exciting final coming up, final of the Spring Challenge. That'll be taking place right after the shootout. So whatever you do, do not go anywhere. Stay with us. Seminole Casino Coconut Creek up against Catamount. We will have a very, very short break here. Literally, don't go anywhere. Chance to just top up your cup of coffee. Then make sure you're back with us in just a few moments once we're ready for the shootout for the Just for the Fun of It Spring Challenge Cup 2021.
All right, so Gene Goldstien with the first shot gets a point converted. And so Gene Goldstien took the shot. Now Pablo Polito here for Sebucan. So Pablo Polito has that ball teed up from the 40-yard stripe. Pablo Polito sends it along the ground, and bad luck there. That one's going to go wide. So Newport will take the W for this match. Congratulations to both teams. And we will see you guys at the next broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you guys in just a couple minutes for our Spring Challenge Cup final.